What is up, guys, and welcome back to Forest Green Rovers career mode. This is episode number 12. It is the start of a new season as well. We made it into League 1, and we have got a lot of business to do if we want to get out of it ASAP. We were promoted up with Notts County, Luton Town, and Cambridge United, but the business is all about us. And a lot of money coming our way as of late. The board giving us quite a bit of money to work with despite losing money in the first season, which was very interesting to think about. But hey, things are happening, I guess, and I'm excited for it to be able to bring in a lot of players as well, maybe. And we're kicking off things right away here with a name that I'm probably going to pronounce wrong in Sarsaindus. I don't know. I'm going to go with Sarsaindus for now, see what happens there. But, yeah, we're meeting with the Barcelona representative because obviously, you know, they can't have the Barcelona manager in this game. Why would we? But we're meeting with him over the youngster. Actually, this might be Barca B, which would explain it a lot more. But meeting over here, trying to get this guy in. And the reason why he's young, he's got a good rating. We need a good centre mid right now who's, you know, this is what I wanted in the first season. I wanted to work with a lot of youth players and just kind of use them to get our way up into the big leagues before we start spending the money on bringing in the big players. But that doesn't mean we didn't spend money in this episode. Get ready, because we've got a hell of a lot of transfers lined up in this episode. Only one game to show you as well, which should be a little bit interesting, and it was done with live commentary as well, which will involve going back to past me. But this Sarsaindus, his stats, nice stuff there. I think I said he could, it either said he could play as centre mid or centre back, I'm not too sure. But the first signing of the season, the first signing of the summer is done for, and now we move on to our next one. Meeting with my boy, Slaven Bilic, the big Slav, whatever else you want to call him, over Declan Rice. Man who performed incredible last night in our comeback win against Spurs. Don't even get me started on it. But I wanted to get Declan Rice in, wanted it to try and just, you know, get a defender, you know, get another young defender, because losing Icaviti and letting go and selling, losing Icaviti and Fitzwater because they were only on loan, and getting rid of the other guy from the contract kind of just left us with no one really aside from Bennett and Bennett. So we had to make a lot of signings in that regard, and we did with that. Declan Rice sending the offer for him, and just a few days later, following our pre-season tournament that we were in, we are able to loan in Declan Rice. Lovely stuff right there, and good stats as well. 63 rated, makes him better than Dale Bennett, but obviously not better than Jonathan Bennett, the youth player we brought in, who is just going through the ratings right now. I think he might be 70 rated, which is almost as good as Ben Brereton. And then I was thinking, we need a left back. We need a really good left back. So I'm going to really try and be jammy in this one with the money we've got and go for Ryan Sessegnon. This was perhaps one of the most ambitious signings I made in this episode. Under no way did I think we were going to be able to bag Sessegnon. I thought maybe after the first season he would have gone up way in ratings, but apparently he didn't. He was just still stuck there. 1.55 million, 5% sell-on clause. Fine with me. I don't mind paying a bargain to get him. Lord knows we know how to work with bargains. I mean, just look at Ben Brereton last season. Whatever it was, 1.2 million for a guy who scored us 43 goals in the league in that season. So, you know, if we can try and get the save for Ryan Sessegnon, that'll be great. And of course, Sessegnon, on top of being a left back, he can also play left wing, which makes him an incredible player to work with as well. I know we got Heinz and Jean Carlos up front, but if things go wrong, maybe the use of Ryan Sessegnon will need to be called into play. And of course we still got Laid as well, and he was a real good left back for us last season. Here's the problem though, when we walk into, he wants that huge bonus for signing and that appearance bonus as well. I was surprised that he took a giant wage drop. I think I offered 11 grand and nothing else, and he decided he wanted 7.9 grand and all these little things added on top. That wouldn't even make him the highest paid player at the club, I think. Well, Brereton and Brown, I think, Brereton, Brown, Figueroa, and Chumacero, I think, are all being paid more than him, if I remember correctly. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I know Brereton and Brown are. But it doesn't matter, because we just bagged Ryan Sessegnon. What a deal that one was, and it's not as if it's a signing that'll only matter for one season and then we'll just push him to the bench. No, this is a guy with a high potential, and this is a guy who I have a lot of faith in to bring us to the, to bring us towards greatness. Our defense was always a bit out of line last season, and with Ryan Sessegnon, maybe he can get his acts together. There's his stats, of course, as I always do when we bring in these players. There's the fact that he can play left wing. This guy could well be a great one for us. He could well be one of the standout talents as Ben Brereton was last season. But we're not done. We're far from done, to be fair. We've got so many transfers to get to right now. We're continuing on with our loan quest. Alfie Jones coming up next from Southampton. Another guy just like Declan Rice. Want to bring him in. Want to learn. Want to just use the guy to my advantage. Not really spend so much money on trying to, sign guys who probably don't even have that much, who probably aren't even that great. Just get guys in on loan until the money starts rolling in. So there we go. We ended up getting Alfie Jones. But an interesting thing to look at here was the transfer offer for Luke James. So we meet with the same guy, but this time he's representing Bolton. Luke James is a guy who either played backup striker or left wing. And to be fair, I did like the guy. But if we could get money from him, I was going to try. And that's exactly what we got here. Wanted to try and sell him for, I think I went for an extra 100 grand on top of him. They said no. So I took a 10% sell-on clause for his next deal. Knowing my luck, this game probably won't sell him, so it won't really mean anything. But there's Alfie Jones' stats. Like I said, nothing incredible. But just so long as we have a strong enough player in the defense, just adding to that defense. Rice, Bennett, and Jones now will make things really strong back there. And of course, Ryan Sessegnon on the left. And with the money coming in from the preseason tournament and selling Luke James as well, we were able to bring in Flynn Downs as well, the centre mid from Ipswich, another youngster. And we ended up having to take quite a hit on the wages for him, 80-20 to bring him in. And thankfully, we were able to bring him in as well. These stats pretty damn good for a 65 rated guy as well. Look at those, pretty damn good stats. And then we get into this part, and it's a very CDM kind of mindset maybe from Flynn Downs, but I'm alright with it. It's a good deal if you ask me for him. And then came the most ambitious signing. I thought Ryan Sessegnon was ambitious. I had no idea until I tried to get Marino here. I honestly thought this guy was going to be like 60-something rated. And then he's worth 38k a week in wages. Then I had no idea what I had gotten myself into. I thought maybe it was a situation like I had done with Moise Keane, who I didn't show because we tried loaning him in twice and he didn't join, where it was just a lot of wages for a guy who didn't have a great rating, just a guy who was like 68 rated. No, this was actually, this was something going on for a reason, and you're going to see why. We keep on trying here. We end up having to split it 50-50. That means we're paying this guy 19k a week in League One. Absolutely mind-numbingly retarded stats, essentially. 19k a week for this guy. We end up loaning him in. I was expecting him to just say no and move on, and then things get even weirder. Like I said, I was in the mindset that he was just a high wage guy. No, he's 76 rated, and he's decided, do you know what? I want to go make a career for myself in League One. I'm going to accept it. I'll celebrate it. Thank you very much. That was the most ambitious signing we pulled off, and he can play 3 positions as well. If I need a centre-back, if I'm desperate for a centre-back, he's going in there. What a signing that one was. How we pulled that one off, I have no idea, but I'm more than happy about it. And our final signing of the episode was here, a backup striker for Ben Brereton. This guy was already listed on loan, so bringing him in was easy, no worries about it, just split the wages, we had plenty of money, and there he is. Stats not that great, but like I said, he's only serving as a backup to Ben Brereton. So we've got the team assembled. It is now time to get ready for the game against Doncaster. Now we go to Past Me. Alright, so we are moments away from going into the first game of this league. First game of League One, and look at how this team lines up. There's the bench as well. Looking real strong this time round. I don't know how it's happened, and I don't know what we did to get so lucky, but this team is looking pretty damn strong. With a bench like that and a starting 11 like that, I see no reason why we shouldn't be able to take it to Doncaster right now. So with that being said, with Forest Green's career now continuing on into League One, let's see how we do. Well, we've made it this far. We've made it through one league. Just 2 more to go. But things looking good already for us in League One. The little graphic that comes up, you get your little thing about a team and where they're going to finish. We're already projected 5th. Now, I would like to remind you, in our first season in League 2, we were projected 24th. So, to say things have turned around without even the use of a financial takeover has been great, that would be an understatement. Things have gone incredibly well for us, and just so much incredible work going on. How we've got this guy, I have no idea. What was Marino thinking in his mind when he saw the Forest Green Rovers wanted to loan him in? Just like, I'm pretty good. I'm going to go to League One on loan. Great idea. Faultless. And here we see Doncaster's lineup. I'm I know none of them, so I'm not scared, I guess, looking at it. It's 4-1-2-1-2. Okay, it should be interesting to work against, but yeah, I do feel confident about this one. We've got, of course, the man himself, Ben Brereton, up front. We've got a new midfield. We've got a very young defence as well, excluding Bagayoko. We are getting towards that youth-natured team. That team of youngsters destined for greatness. And things are looking good, though, but we've still got, of course, our bread and butter, I guess, and our depth in the likes of Chumacero, the captain, of course, and Bagayoko himself. To be fair, a lot of this team, aside from that, very, very young. But we're ready to kick off our career in League One. Let's see how things will do in our first game. And let's see what kind of a welcome in Doncaster can give us. We've intercepted the ball early on. Ben Brereton! Oh, wow. Well, there you go. That's our first shot. Intercepted the ball right away, but Brereton could have had more time maybe to decide what I wanted to do there, but just skied it on the attack early, though, so maybe a cause for concern for Doncaster. Jean Carlos whips that ball in. Chumacero's there off the post. Big leap from the little lad. What a jump that one was. Ran into the box. Got free of his marker. That was almost 1-0. That would have been a great way to kick things off. Daddy ProJaked. Not entirely happy, but it's still being 0-0, it seems. Oh, that's nice. That's nice by Ben Brereton. Flips that into Reece Brown. Brown in the box now. Finds Brereton. Don't mess it up. Finds Brown. 1-0. Took us a long time. We were having all the shots. We were having all the chances. But it's Reece Brown who opens up the scoring for us here in League One. We've been all over Doncaster this half, and we finally get our reward for it. 1-0, courtesy of Reece Brown. It's a very lucky goal, to be fair. For Brereton to lose the ball in, it just kind of flicks up into Brown. He's there, right place, right time. Very surprised that no one chose to mark him. Perhaps too much danger towards Ben Brereton. But it's Reece Brown who opens up the scoring for Forest Green in League One. Good interception by Marino there. He's not through on goal, but the ball's still with us. It's into Reece Brown now. Could go to the back post, and it will. Ben Brereton, it's saved. Ball still in. Oh, keeper saved it. Probably the best chance we've had this second half to try and get a goal. Last gasp effort here for Doncaster. We're deep in the 90th minute right now. They're trying to break us down. Flynn Downs with a great interception, and the ref is going to call for the whistle. That should have been a throw-in, but the ref says it's game. We hang on and we beat Doncaster 1-0 here in our first game in League One. Far from our best performance. Far from a great performance. Far from a good performance, even, I would argue. We did not do the best job of holding on to that, capitalizing on the lead. It stayed 1-0. Reece Brown probably going to be man of the match in that one, if not definitely Mr. Expensive. I forgot his name for a second, but that was a 1-0 win. Could have done better. Second half, nothing much happening, and a very disappointing performance as well by Ben Brereton to take into account. But I mean, we took the 3 points away, so I guess I'm glad about that. We'll check the player ratings, and then we'll, of course, finish up this game. There you go, Reece Brown, man of the match. And as you can see, not a good day at the office for a number of people. Marino there getting a 7.8. I thought he played better than that, so I'm not too sure. And Brereton only bagging a 7.6, but not too bad, I guess. Could have played a lot better. We had so many opportunities and we just didn't put any of them away. To only win 1-0, a little bit disappointing. But hey, we win our first game in League One, so I guess we can take that. And here we are, we're going to look at the table to close things out. And of all people, Luton Town are on top right now. 3-0 win for them in their first game of the season. They're doing far better than us. Both us and Notts County only picking up 1-0 wins. Where's the other one? Cambridge United, I think, was the other team promoted. And oh, they lost 3-0. So they must have been playing in the first game of the season there. Not a good start for Cambridge, but of course it is a great start for Luton Town. We are there in 8th right now. Not much to talk about, but it's only the first game of the season. Plenty more to come. Plenty more games to go through. So it'll be interesting to see what will happen over these next few games. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for the next episode. Hopefully things will get a bit better. Going to be a lot more games because I highly doubt we're going to be bringing in anyone else. But that'll end this episode of Cream Mode. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.